Good morning, everyone. So right now I am about to do the 2016 summer love reading for the Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising, any of the above, any or all of the above. I did do a main video looking at general energies. And I do really, encourage you to watch that one as well. We're using, let's see, 3 decks, plus we have the one Gaia Oracle card that was drawn as a look at the general overlaying energy for the summer in relation to love, and that card is peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So we're going to see how your cards play into that in a moment. So I have the Ocean Zen deck, and I have the Navigators of the Mystic Sea deck, and I have the Mermaids deck here. I'm going to involve all of these in the reading. And that's about it. You just have to wait for me to shuffle and get them on the table. And you've got a card falling down. So when that happens, I oftentimes just add that in rather than... So I'm going to add this in, and I've done one so far. I did the air already, and they had 9 cards, so you're going to have 10. I'm going to pull more. Okay, interesting. And I'm gonna reposition myself. I'm sorry. Very unprofessional. But this is YouTube. This is not always for professional behavior. Alright. I will probably be using the booklets a little bit with this reading. We have here, that card is very predominant. We're looking for that. Okay. Down here with the Ocean Zen deck, we have the very first 2 cards in the Major Arcana, which to me is very significant of like the Aries energy, that initial spark, beginning of things. So we have the Fool card and then the Existence card. They actually came the opposite order. But, there we go. The Fool card is very much about just, it's the careless sort of falling in love without, caution to the wind. The guy's like walking off a cliff, okay? But it's that energy of just taking action, just having some intuition or feeling, just going with it. And then Existence has to do more with your connection to the whole and just the essence of being. And next to that, we have the King of Water, the King of Cups, the King of Water. It's a very powerful card. It was healing. I really love the art on this, the depiction. And so I want to look at the other cards before I say this, because I also want to say it, so I'm just going to say it. This, for some of you, is going to be about starting some new beginning that involves healing, starting a healing process. For some of you, let me get into healing, the healing card. So the art on this card, right, I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but this is, these are hands, and they're placed over this body, and they're transparent. You can see right through them, right? And this, to me, signifies, like, the healing card itself doesn't mean healing with a partner, healing on your own. It's healing. But I think there is a very powerful energy of the card having to do with healing others, healing yourself, healing others, receiving healing from another. So it can be, for some of you, I think the start of a new relationship is very healing for you, or has the potential to be very healing. If you allow yourself to receive that, it can be about learning within your relationship, maybe, or one of you is going to learn some sort of healing technique and share that with the other. So, massage, Reiki, that kind of thing. This is really powerful, great energy. I like it. Unfortunately, in order to heal, we have to be damaged, right? That's the downside of it. I don't like that very much. But this is a powerful healing card. We have the energy of intuition. We have an energy of intensity over the summer, and this may just be for part of the summer, not the whole summer. We do have an energy of success as well. Hopefully, I'm gonna read that just to refresh myself with that before I say it. I'm wanting to say, hopefully it's not the sort of energy, the success energy that involves like somebody being a loser. So, I trump them, they win, they lose, I win, haha, that energy. Hopefully it's a higher octave energy of that. Alright, so we have movement. Do you want to read that one because it's reversed? But again, from the Mermaid deck, we have the receptivity card. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. So this is really lovely as a possibility for some of you to be in a very healing relationship where you're able to heal each other if you can open up and receive. Okay, and allow yourself to give as well. Let me look at these couple cards here. Okay, I'm just going to read this out loud because I think it's important. Instead of feeling inspired and ready to catch this great wave of power to work with this surge of natural energy, you may be fearful, intimidated, spending precious energy convincing yourself why it was not the right time. All your fears may be surfacing, urging you to stay safe, and you may simply do anything you can to hide or avoid this wave of power. You may also feel it is inevitable that anything this powerful will harm you, but the truth is these are excuses. It is time to turn, to paddle hard, and catch the wave. Work through the fears and know that they serve you not at all. For too long have you practiced and claimed you wished for this moment. Now it is here, it can now be taken. You have more strength and balance and ability than you think. I do see also a number of one-on-one interactions. So for those of you who are in a relationship, it does look like there's some stuff going on with that relationship. We've got like gathering. Okay, so that might be like money, resources, like information, gathering of stuff. As a team, we've got dancing, and this is abundance and harvest and fun and joy. And then we've got the intensity one, which has somebody laying on the ground, okay, and somebody fire dancing. So I'm not sure what that means right now. We've also got, the next card is somebody on a horse on their own, and it's triumph. I would say there's the potential to hurt someone here by being. Let me read the cards and see what comes up with that. And just taking up the pictures and some of these fix. I'm very curious about that. This card plays in. We have farewell to the moon, appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. Now I would take that literally. I'm pagan, so I'm a witch. I do follow the moon cycles to an extent whenever I am able to. But that might be a call for you to do this, or you and your partner to start paying attention to the lunar cycles. There is shifts in, generally speaking, it's been scientifically documented through, what do you call it? Surveys, not surveys, but like statistically, it's shown that there's energy that goes with the moon. More people do certain things around full moon and the new moon. It might be interesting to observe like what's going on in relationships. Perhaps you have these huge fights, for example, like every month. You only fight like once a month, but you fight really hard, and you're kind of like, why does this keep happening? It might be like the full moon energy. So you might, if you tune into the moon cycles, you might discover that you might be able to rework some things and better prepare yourself for that current and help your relationship that way. I would also take it literally in the sense of like, get out and enjoy some of the nightlife, right? Because it's warm enough to do that. You can take in the stars maybe, or the moon, look at the moon together, watch the sunset, go do things you like doing in the evening time, movies, that kind of thing. Okay. Let's see what the booklet says about the card. That's it. It's about tuning into the natural cycles. So, solar flare stuff would be included with this as well, but primarily it is about the moon cycles. Interesting. Okay. So now I want to look at these cards and get a little more clarity about this story that's going on with these people. A disagreement over the distribution of assets, limitations and bad feelings associated, something that's been brewing for a while, that may have been ignored or put to back burner, and there's a flare-up. So let's see. There's no point in trying to reason if this is your partner. I'm going to say it is your partner, but it could be an outside influence that's really affecting your partnership. For example, if like there's some sort of, you were planning to get married and there's some sort of problem with the money, like you had an investment and now the person you invested through is saying you can't have your money, or you were expecting a raise, you always get a raise this time of year and you don't get that raise, that kind of thing. But I think it's apt to be your partner. So there's no point in trying to reason with the other until you both calm down to the point where you can discuss a sensible compromise. Okay. we've got that energy, and then we've got some watery energy. Three of Cups. This is really interesting. Some very different energies on the table that appear to be very different. We have the energy of deception. There's a wanting to pay close attention to offers from others that might seem tempting at first glance because they may have hidden intentions, manipulating you, and stuff like that you would not like. There may be unseen obligations with some sort of offer. It says sorrow hides behind the pleasures of the world. It's a really dark, depressing thought and idea, but I gotta tell you, it's something that's kind of taken over my mind the last couple days. So where are we going with this? And I do have an Earth moon, so kind of reading for myself here. Right. As well as we have some more intuition. Start with the intuition. Approach the unknown with skepticism and determination. Carefully double check interpretations and assumptions. This backs what the other card was saying. It says that you're seeking the right path right now, but you're confused by linear thinking. To let go, and I'm thinking this may be mind stuff or emotional stuff, but I'm thinking like mind stuff a lot. But to let go and allow your intuition to guide you. And in order to achieve happiness by victory over inner conflicts, you need to become open to all experiences, using them in a positive way to strengthen your ultimate goals. Be clear and truthful about your motives and aims. So interesting. Yeah, I can see how this is relevant for me. But let's see, what can we tie together with this? I'm also getting like a urging to pick another card, but I'm not sure which deck it's from. So we've got here some stuff, some hostility, I want to say, having to do with money, perhaps, or things being balanced or fair. Somebody may be feeling taken advantage of, that kind of thing. We've got some possibilities of like revenge, somebody trying to seek out revenge, or trickery. For some of you, this might be that like you're gonna get out of your living situation, get out of your relationship, and so it could be like an outside thing with that, or it could be like counseling, or it could be somebody outside of your relationship presents you with some sort of offer, some sort of thing like, oh hey, come live with me, be my roommate, move out of your living situation with your wife, fiance, boyfriend, whatever. And there's something kind of hidden, manipulative there. You want to be careful about making this kind of decisions. Heed the advice that was already stated from the booklet. We have this energy of like that energy. Sorry, that was really intellectual, but that energy going on. And then we have cards suggesting to make the most of whatever's going on. Again, the first card I read from the Navigator's deck said there's no point in trying to compromise until you've both calmed down and are at a place where you can do that, where you can talk and when I put our honest motivations and intentions on the table, what we're trying to do, at that point, there's also the energy of this card, which I had started saying, is suggesting that the really only way is to make something good of this, at least in the immediate future, is to positive thinking, try to make the most of whatever's going on. I actually want to read this one more time. I'm going to do that, but it's very interesting. You have this fresh energy here. So this could be any number of things. This could be a brand new relationship. This could be like a temporary separation, counseling, maybe you're married, and then maybe you renew your vows. So it would be like a brand new beginning to what you already have, right? But it's not, it would be like a stepping aside, working your problems out, discussing things, tweaking things, and then recommitting, making, different vows perhaps. Okay, there's an energy here of healing through simplicity, through using your intuition, through just going for it. Like you get this, I want to do that, or I have this Fool card, this like childlike, heartfelt desire, like, oh, this is a little weird, this is a little wild and crazy, but like I want to say this to this person. So you do that. There's the energy of that kind of, yes, I'm going to allow myself to just be a little bit wacky, a little wild, a little free, take some chances. And there's the energy of meditation, of allowing yourself to just being zen, having an empty mind, clear mind, and connecting, and kind of, it's a humbling energy. It's that energy of being in an authentic, calm place, and going out and seeing trillions of stars in the sky, and you feel like, wow, I am so small compared to this. There's that sort of energy, and the energy of connecting with the earth and being really earthy, very genuine. The person on it is naked on a lotus flower, so it's about kind of like coming back to the truth, who you are, without all of the makeup and the facade. I'm trying to say a word, I can't remember. But the stuff that we put out there, sometimes we dress ourselves up a little bit, not just physically, but in the way we present ourselves, the way we interact, the way we are. We set up like personality type stuff. And it's about really just kind of like, okay, you shed away that, you shed away like, oh, I'm the bubbly person and this is how I, you shed away that stuff and just like come to this place of authenticness and just be, and this is just what is, and this is, how I feel at this moment. And this moment changes and I feel this way. And there's nothing more to it. There's no analyzing it. There's no figuring out. There's no constructing it or shaping it or molding it. It just is. It's authentic. It's natural. It's bare bones and connected, tuned in. And those two energies are here with the healing energy. And I'm actually going to read the King of Cups card from here because I feel needed. I feel it's needed. And then we also, again, we have the energy of tuning into the stars. I would say for you, Earth signs, particularly for some reason, because you get both of these cards, I'm feeling like it's a good idea for you to embrace the night light, to take some time to look at the stars, to look at the moon, to go out and do things at night, whatever's appealing to you. And, just tune yourself into nature as well. But starting with the night might be a good place to start. So starting with the moon cycles, for example, might be a good place to start with that. All right, let's get the healing King of Cups in here. Part of it says, when we are under the healing influence of the King of Water, we are no longer hiding from ourselves or others. In this attitude of openness and acceptance, we can be healed and help others also to be healed and whole. I feel like for some of you, it might be that like some stuff that you would really rather keep personal and to yourself, private. You would rather have secret, maybe come up to the surface and be in discussions with some people. Hopefully not, you know, if that's important to you, just on a personal earthling type thing. I don't know what's, you know, the divine has planned. But there's definitely a sense of being more open, honest, authentic, and putting that on the table, you know, stating what your motives are, your intentions are. That being a healing thing to do right now. But again, there's like this aspect of when the time is right, and that might involve tuning into your partner, tuning into yourself, and recognizing that if there's a energy of like you can't get anywhere right now, time is needed before you do that. Okay. Yeah, there's a balancing of giving and receiving. It really feels like a very opening energy to this reading. Okay. We have, I'm going to read it from the book. I'm doing a lot about it, but not that hard. From the intuition, right? So it is a time when the deeply buried wounds of the past are coming to the surface. Ew, I hate when that happens. Something happens to me. Sorry. Anyhow, ready and available to be healed. The figure in this card is naked, vulnerable. Are they naked? So now we have two naked people on the table, at least. Naked, vulnerable, open to the loving touch of existence. The aura around his body is full of light, and the quality of relaxation, caring, and love that surrounds him is dissolving his struggle and suffering. Lotuses of light appear on his physical body and around the subtle energy bodies that healers say surround each of us. In each of these subtle layers appears a healing crystal or pattern. So if you're a healer, this could be about you doing some healing work, but it's just that beautiful energy. So that's about it. There's the message of being open to it and to trying to make the most of the situation, for sure, like getting on board and something you can do to make the most of the situation. There's that message of like pay attention and you know, I forget what these cards said exactly. I'll have to relook or re-listen to the video for myself, but that there's that possibility of trickery or manipulation there on, you know, for you or for your partner. It might be something you're doing to your partner, or it might be the other way, or both, or it might be truly a relationship from outside. Okay. And then there's this, you know, you might not be able to communicate when you want to communicate, but the cards do suggest that it's a good idea to communicate, to put your honest, authentic self out there and discuss, you know, the truth and what your motive plans are. Again, the general energy was dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts, and it looks like there's some that going on for sure. So that's your reading. Thank you all for tuning in. If you would like a personalized reading with me, you can go to my website, toadstooltarotandmore.com, and check out what's available there. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And that's about all I have to say. I'm Mary Park, and Mary Megan.